But what I'll do is give you an overview of the program, which is fairly simple and standard in a way. Also, a little bit of background and the major outcomes that we are expecting. So you know that he will arrive today, mid-evening, around 4:30. His arrival, he's coming with a large delegation, number of ministers and a large number of businessmen also. Of course, the business part and the economy minister would also be participating. Besides the events in Delhi, we'll also go to Visakhapatnam for the CII's Partnership Summit on 27th and 28th. I think they're there on 27th. We'll be participating with the business delegation. Here the drill is, well, tomorrow he'll be received. Tomorrow is the official day of visit, 25th. So he'll be received at the forecourt, Rashtrapati Bhavan. Then he goes to Rajghat. Then he goes for a one-to-one meeting with the Prime Minister at Lok Kalyan Marg now. After that is the delegation level talks at Hyderabad House, where Prime Minister and the Cabinet would be there. Prime Minister would be hosting a banquet lunch for him tomorrow, followed by the usual press statements and I think exchange of agreements. In the afternoon tomorrow, then he meets, the Vice President will meet him. And then in the evening, he calls on the President, and there's a banquet hosted by our President. That's for tomorrow. Day after, as he has said, that he's the chief guest for 26th January celebrations. So besides witnessing the parade, where we are actually getting a contingent from the UAE Air Force also, which will be parading along with our forces on Rajpath. He will also attend the at-home function in the afternoon hosted by our President, and from where he departs actually for UAE and the rest of the delegation which stays on for Vizag. Needless to add, UAE has seen intense activities and engagement over the last since August 2015. Both the leaders have invested a lot of personal time and energy, and this is actually you can see the chemistry and the warmth of the rapport that has developed between them, and of course from India's perspective, UAE remains one of our key partners in the Gulf. I guess there can't be no other better explanation that we had to pull out one of our top diplomats and the brightest diplomats to come and serve as ambassador in UAE. That's a testimony to how we look at this relationship and nurturing this relationship. As you know, Prime Minister visited UAE in August 2015. It was followed by a visit by the Crown Prince here in February 2016, and then less than a year he's here as the chief guest. So that itself shows that we are paying a lot of attention, and basically because it's driven by four key factors, which I would call the pillars of our relationship. First is trade and commerce. UAE remains one of our major partners. Last year the numbers were an impressive $50 billion. Plus, it is a gateway for a lot of our exports to Africa and to Central Asia, etc. Then, of course, is investment. UAE also has the largest sovereign wealth fund. We are looking at investments. There's an agreement that they would invest nearly $75 billion in India over the next couple of years. And during the visit, we are hoping that there will be an MOU signed between their investment fund and what we call the NIIF, National Investment Infrastructure, or Infrastructure Investment Fund that we have created on our side. So that's at an advanced stage. The second element, of course, is obvious energy security, which is the big pillar, which is the fifth largest exporter of oil, and we foresee that it will remain as a key partner. We are adding a new element to this relationship of just being a buyer, that UAE has decided to become our strategic partner in the energy sector and will be, well, both investing and filling up one of our key strategic petroleum reserves. We hope that the negotiations would conclude today, and a last few issues are remaining, and we would be able to sign an MOU on that. Third is, of course, welfare of the Indian community. 2.6 million people there. It is a very, very important destination for Indian workers, both blue-collar, white-collar, Indian investments. And also people investing actually in real estate in Dubai. These are all huge areas of cooperation. In this, a A good outcome of the last visit has been that they have decided, the Abu Dhabi has provided land for a temple for the community, and the community committee is taking that thing forward. Then, of course, defense and security is emerging as a new area of cooperation. Here, of course, it's based on shared views, concerns about common threats. So we are hoping that this visit would solidify some of the ideas that the governments have worked on, and you will see substantial results at the end of the visit in this area of security and defense. In terms of the outcomes, see, we already had, the decision was taken that we will sort of raise our relationship to a strategic partnership level. However, we are still signing an agreement which is more like an action plan, which fleshes out the idea of strategic partnership and brings in concrete ideas what the two sides are committed to doing. Besides this, there would be, of course, a joint statement that will be issued, which would give the vision of the two leaders on how they look at this relationship evolving over the years. I also mentioned that there would be an MOU on NIIF and investment authorities. There would be most probably an agreement on strategic partnership in oil sector. Then we will have an MOU in defense, particularly focused on joint manufacturing, purchase of equipment. We, of course, are looking for markets as our defense industry expands, but importantly, UAE is also looking for dependable partners who can actually provide them equipment without conditionalities and also supply it when they need it the most. So that reliability and stability of the partnership is something that they are looking for in India, and we also feel that UAE will remain a very, very critical partner for us in the future. Then there are a host of other, besides energy security, there is something else on predictability of trade remedies. We are doing an MOU with Commerce and their investigating authorities so that the products that we exchange between each other have a certain predictable legal framework, and when anti-subsidy or anti-dumping investigations happen, there would be closer cooperation, exchange of views, and importantly, before we go into this quasi-judicial sort of path, if we could find sort of mutually acceptable remedies even before that. So that is another key request that we had.